All right, let's get into it. McDonough, Georgia. Why do I talk about it so much? Well, it's because it's a great place to live and it offers you the suburban feel. Now, let me tell you, before McDonough became really popular and people started to move into McDonough, it was giving very rural. It was like, honestly, you'll be right next door to a cow farm. Like they were building up, McDonough, and your neighbor would be literally the cows and things like that. And so that's kind of changing. Farms are moving a little bit further out. And so now it's becoming very suburban. And it's really a nice feel, when you are used to living, the city life and you want to kind of slow it down a little bit and you want, a house with a yard, front yard, backyard. You want to pull into your community and, pull into your driveway and have those sidewalk amenities and things like that. You're going to have that in McDonough. So if you're looking for suburban life, which I know a lot of you who are watching this channel are looking for that suburban life, to raise the children and to settle down, you're going to find that absolutely in McDonough, Georgia. Now, I must say, there are some areas of McDonough, and let me just stretch it out, of Henry County that you will feel like it's giving a little bit of, urban, a little bit, little pockets of developments. You'll find that, but for the most part, it's going to be very suburban. You're going to also find some of the rural areas where people are sitting on tons and tons of acres and they have a farm, they have livestock and things like that. But for the most part, you're going to get that suburban feel right there in McDonough, and it's really, really lovely. And you'll see it when you move here. All right, so number 2, listen, this word right here, it just really drives people nuts. And it's going to be hard to get away from this when you're moving to Georgia in the metro area. There's traffic in McDonough, and there's more traffic than it was before, but McDonough has, they've had a way to control the traffic and to really just keep the traffic flowing. So in McDonough, and really Henry County, but in McDonough specifically, there are roundabouts. There are ways to keep the traffic flowing. Even on the expressway, when you're going out Interstate 75, there's an express lane to help control the traffic. So there's traffic, yes, because there's new development. People are moving to McDonough because it's the place to be. However, there's ways around the traffic. Even if you say, well, the streets that I travel, Shawnee, they don't have roundabouts, but they're back roads. You can take the back roads. And so as we are growing more and more every day, we're going to have different ways to help to get around that traffic. So, no worries on that. As long as you can pack your patience and just, wait for things to play out. The traffic situation is going to be here, but as long as there are ways that you can get around it and you can get to wherever you have to, your destination, safely and on time, then that's cool. So yes, there is traffic in McDonough. Some of the people that live in McDonough, who've been in McDonough before it became like this super duper popular place, are, not so happy with the traffic. But, again, there are ways to get around it. There's roundabouts, there's express lane, and there are back roads, okay? The third reason why McDonough is such a cool place to live is because people are recognizing how lovely it is. And they're bringing their establishments to McDonough. Restaurants, entertainment, new builds as far as homes and commercial buildings and things like that. We have newer hotels. I mean, really, it's going vertical. It's going vertical in McDonough. We are seeing apartment complexes being built. We're seeing different buildings being built, hotels, all that good stuff. We're getting like new grocery stores. We have, in Henry County, we have a new Costco. If you're a Costco shopper, we have really just so much in Henry County, but there's so much in McDonough. You can go have brunch, you can go have dinner, you can, watch a movie, you can go bowling, you can go skating. I mean, it's just, there's so much. Are you a golfer? You can go golfing. So there's just so much development in McDonough, and, the eyes are on McDonough. And so you're moving here, you're thinking, well, we're moving to McDonald's suburban area. What do they have for us? What do they have to offer? It's growing more and more every single day. And when, companies see that growth, then they want to come and invest in the area. So it's going to make them want to bring their businesses to McDonald's for us to be entertained, so there's more amenities now. So that's really, really one of the important things about that when you think about moving here. It's like, these new developments, this is cool. Like, oh, a new bank, oh, a new hotel, oh, more shopping, ladies, more shopping. So, yes, new development is so amazing and it's happening every single day in McDonald's. So for you travelers, I'm going to hit back on this traveling thing because I'm in and out of town too. And Hartsfield International Airport, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. We got to make sure we say it right. Put some respect on that name. Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is super busy. And if you don't have, any passes to get through the airport really fast, then you must get there at bare minimum 2 hours before your flight. 2 hours. But the beauty of living in McDonald's is that you're not that far from the airport, really. I mean, you're like, 30 miles or so away from the airport? That's really, really good. So you get to the airport, and don't forget, we have an express lane up Interstate 75. So you can hop on the express lane, get to the airport, no problem. So for me as a traveler, that's really important. I've actually thought about living in a city further out from the airport, and I changed my mind because that's a lot. If you're someone who travels a lot, imagine you stay 2 hours away from the airport and you have to get there 2 hours early. So you see that time that you have to, build in to get there? No. So just know that should you decide to move to McDonald's and you are a traveler, maybe you are a flight attendant, maybe you are a doctor, you're a speaker, whatever you do, and you have to travel a lot, no worries there, okay? You can get on that expressway, get on that express lane, and go ahead and get to the airport. Ooh, okay. Henry County has tons and tons of shopping, okay? McDonald's has tons and tons of shopping. And, ladies, I know you men like to shop too, but ladies, you can just go shopping. There's everything. You have Macy's, you have Target, you have Old Navy. I don't know. It's just so much. Bath and Body Works. The list goes on and on and on and on. And then really throughout the county, Henry County, there's tons of shopping. There's also a Tanger outlet not too far from McDonald's in the city over, which is Locust Grove. You have that outside mall, tons of shopping. Imagine being able to just go to Michael Kors or go to Banana Republic or, just any place, Polo, and go and, do a little shopping, during your day. You have that option in McDonald's, in the city of McDonald's, but in Henry County, there's tons of shopping. Even if, some of you guys are thinking, okay, that's cute, the Macy's and the JCPenney's and all that stuff, but there's shopping for you guys too if you are into working with your hands, so Harbor Freight, you got Home Depot and stuff like that. So you guys are covered too. But for the ladies who are going shopping for the household, I'm telling you, it's really it's a lot of fun. Maybe I'll catch you all at the Tanger Outlet Mall or catch you all at the neighboring Target or Old Navy. But you have plenty of shopping when you move here. You don't have to travel very far to do anything, to go to the grocery store, to get some things for the house, to get some clothes, get furniture, things for your animals. You don't have to travel super far. You have what you need in your community, in your neighborhood. Another great thing about McDonald's is that it's very diverse when it comes to the style of homes. There's, estates, there's mansions, there's, your traditional single family homes, you have townhomes, you have apartments. So there's so many different types of ways to find housing in McDonough. And because of that, that's what makes it so attractive, because it's like, oh, I can live there too. Like when I mentioned earlier about young people living in McDonough, you can be young and live in McDonough. Now, that wasn't how it was back in the day now, but McDonough is just shaping up to be such a cool place to live. You'll see when you get here, but such a cool place to live. And no matter where you are financially, you can find a place in McDonough to live. Okay, so keep that in mind. No matter where you are in your career, maybe you're in the beginning of your career, perhaps you're kind of midway in, perhaps you are retiring. Living in McDonough, no matter where you are, you have options. Okay, and the apartments are nice. The newer apartments are coming up. The newer townhomes are coming up, super nice. Of course, the mansions are nice, and the estates and single family homes. But all of this new development is happening, and so it's really lovely and really nice to see it happening. And it really makes you feel like you're in a place called home, because it's such a diverse demographic. You have younger people, you have middle-aged people, you have older people, all living together, shopping together, and things like that. So listen, McDonough has entertainment. Yes, you don't have to go too far from home to enjoy McDonough, to enjoy just the city and where you pay your taxes. There's tons of things to do. McDonough Square is always jumping. You must visit and just enjoy the McDonough Square. As well, there's just so much. If you like to go outside, there's parks. Okay, there's so many parks in McDonough, so you have plenty to choose from. If you say we want to party indoors. So you have movie theater, you have bowling, you have skating, all that. If the kids like to jump around, you have those entertainment spots too. So tons and tons of things to do to entertain yourself in McDonough, Georgia. So you don't have to say, well, I guess we got to go to the city. And in Henry County as a whole, there's plenty of places for entertainment. You don't have to go very far. There's the amphitheater in Stockbridge, where you can go and listen to concerts. All kind of artists come into Stockbridge and perform there. It's just so much that you can do, which makes you feel good, because it's like, what? When I find a place to live, I'm paying taxes to live there. I want to keep my tax dollars there to support my community, and you don't have to, go to the city of Atlanta. Although the city of Atlanta has great things for you to see, and you must see it when you move to Georgia, still just know that in McDonough, you have things for the family. You don't have to travel very far. Just travel a few minutes from your home. Enjoy the entertainment, enjoy what the city has to offer. Go back home and relax. Now, if you are very outdoorsy, I want to make sure you understand that you're okay here in McDonough. There are so many parks for you and your kids to enjoy, and your animals. So that, if you have dogs and things like that. So just know that McDonough has parks and recreation. If your kids are in sports, they can, of course, they have the parks for that, baseball, soccer, those options are in McDonough. So just know that you don't have to sit around in your home. Now, there are some communities that have, community parks. So you'll find with new construction, in some cases, the builder will have neighborhood amenities. So that's just for you and your neighbors, because you're paying towards the homeowner association. But if you want to step outside of your community, right? You're like, okay, we've enjoyed the, community pool. We've enjoyed the community playground, but we want to step outside of that and go someplace else. You have the options to do that. There are parks all over the place, and you can go and enjoy, hang out. And again, you can go back home, go back home and chill, because you had a great time outside with your kids, your family, and your fur babies. All right, number 10, the last thing I want to hit on is the fact that, and I'm so appreciative of this, because I feel that's why I keep saying that Atlanta and McDonough are kind of similar. McDonough is like really the new Atlanta, really, when it's shaping up to be that way. The demographic is so diverse. You have people of all walks of life living in McDonough. I mean, all walks, and people of all ages. And it's culturally diverse in every single way. The demographics are diverse in every single way. And that's how Atlanta is. When you visit Atlanta, you see some of everybody. It's so international, it doesn't make any sense. You see some of everybody in Atlanta. And McDonough is turning out to be the same way. And it hit me because I was like, whoa, McDonough's a new Atlanta. I know that seems to be a stretching it, but when you visit, you'll see what I mean. It's just that it looks different, it feels different, and is moving in a way to where it's more inclusive of everyone. You'll find in some suburban cities, it feels very limited. It feels very limited, not in a negative way, but it just feels very limited to where it's like it only looks a certain way throughout the entire city. McDonough it looks different. It's, they're going vertical in some areas, meaning they're building up, shopping, banks, hotels, all this stuff is happening in McDonough and in Henry County in general. But it just gives me the feel of like, man, I don't really need to stay in Atlanta. I got everything I need right here. I don't feel limited living here, and you won't either. And I know that's really important to a lot of people, so I just want to make sure you guys know that. See, so as you can see, I had to do a remix on my last video because, McDonough is so amazing and it's changed so much since my last video. So I wanted to make sure that you all knew what was going on. And I know you're doing a whole lot just trying to research and figure out what's the best decision for you and your family. And so I just want to make sure you understand that, should you buy into McDonough or Henry County as a whole, any city in Henry County, McDonough, Stockbridge, Locust Grove, Hampton, whatever, we can talk about that. But when you're moving into a state, you really want to be careful on, where you're going to land and how you're going to be situated. And so this is my, video to you to help you and assist you in that move here. So go ahead and contact me. Do it right away. Contact me. My information is right here. You can call me, text me, email me. I will respond. Definitely find me on Instagram because I put a lot of information out on Instagram. And like, subscribe, and share this channel like I mentioned before. I really appreciate it. Your sharing this channel and subscribing and watching this video through and through really helps me to get the word out. And it really helps the algorithm too, so I can grow my channel and reach more people just like yourself, you and your family, and get the word out about moving to Georgia, relocating to Georgia. You don't have to be afraid and be fearful. I have your back. I'm here to assist you every step of the way. I'm a real estate broker and appraiser, so I'm skilled in negotiations and valuations. So, you're in good hands. I got you. So contact me right away. I know you're thinking about, hey, where are we going to move in this, it's this time of the year where you're thinking about, we got to move. I'm here to assist you. So let's go ahead and talk one-on-one, a private call, and see how we can get you guys moving here to Georgia. Okay, talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Take care.